all tell ourselves these wonderful excuses, don't we? Really? You know, I learned to stop listening to you a long time ago and start reading through you. I don't have time, I don't have money, I don't have education, I'm too fat, I'm too skinny. I got them all. I've used them all. Have you? Anyone here with them? And I read through them and I translate. What you're really telling me is you're too afraid, you're too lazy, you're not motivated, you're not accountable, you have no belief in yourself, no confidence, no courage, no desire. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. If it's an excuse not to be, do, or have more, it's a poor excuse. It's a poor excuse. So as you listen to yourself and you hear these different little stories that you tell yourself, go ahead, I'll give you the nod, Margaret Ann, you can change it for me. She said, I've got the speech, but yeah, I know what it is. You know these stories that you tell yourself, and it's not even what comes out of your mouth, these excuses. The most serious excuses are this chatter that goes on in your head. When you're sitting in your kitchen all by yourself, and you should be picking up the phone to do your business, or you should be talking to people in a different way. It's the conversations in your head, those stories, that end up being the ones that are the most important. Not the excuses of what you tell everybody else, because when you say, I'm too busy, I'm too tired, what you're saying is back off. Back off. Leave me alone. Don't expect anything of me. And then you can't figure out why people start to treat you with disrespect. Dishonor you. Don't value you. Because they spend so much time listening to your excuses of saying, back off, leave me alone. They're just giving you what you want. They're giving you what you ask for. So these stories that we tell about our lives, I'm so busy, I'm just too much, I just wish I could, I'm too sick, I'm too tired, whatever it is, that is a reflection of what you choose to believe about yourself. Now this stories of this picture that you've painted of how you define yourself, it has come through your entire life of experiences. And the thing that I've learned now that I can't believe I'm a 53-year-old woman and I love staying at the bed and breakfast with Annette. We got 2 young guys there from Missouri who are duck hunters. Awesome. One young guy, I think he's in his 30s, and he's being a little sweet with me. Yeah. Until I started talking about my 6 grandkids. Annette walks in the kitchen and says, they were rather disturbed. That's okay too. But here's what I know about being a 53-year-old grandmother of 6. Life damages us a little bit. Somewhere between ex-husbands, even kids. I gotta tell you, when my kids were teenagers, I was the stupidest woman on the planet. I'm here to tell you now that they're in their 30s, I'm smart again. Smart again. It's really been quite absolutely magical. But we start to feel a little bit tired. We start to feel like we lose our edge a little bit because we're just starting to get worn down. And we start to do this thing called settling. I'm going to tell you, that is worse than cancer. When you start to say, good enough, when you stop seeing the world with exciting hopes and goals and dreams, everything starts to slide. So whatever the story is that you're telling yourself, it's what you choose to believe. Next slide. The question is this, is it really the truth? And I can tell you, from coaching and working with people for many, many years, your truth is rarely the truth. Rarely the truth. People can give me all sorts of perspective, and I can give you another side to almost anything. Change your belief system about you. Stop working on what you think and feel about everybody and everything else, and spend more time thinking about what you believe and feel about you. And whatever, don't talk to yourself in any different way than you would talk to the most cherished person in your life. And what belief you have about you in that story needs to be, I am fabulous. You see, don't walk around telling people you're beautiful and fabulous, because then your ego's overloaded, and then who do you think you are? Well, I think you are that. Stop lying. Please, women, you look beautiful right to decide what's right, what's wrong, what you can, what you can't do. It's normal to create excuses. See, there's excuses that go in several different directions. We require an excuse to validate a decision or a choice. We have to have an excuse to justify ourselves, to feel comfortable, to be in that comfort zone with ourselves, and to rationalize why we're doing something. I love this, watching women date. He's so nice and he's so good to me. Now, I know he has a little bit of a drinking problem. And when I'm out with him, he does look at women all the time, but he doesn't do anything with it. It's just that he just loves women so much. And, you know, he drinks to relax. And we start to create this excuse for him, this validation of him, to convince ourselves that everything's okay. This is what you need to get truthful about. You need to stop and realize you're doing it. You already know you're really doing it, but you need to get conscious about it. Why am I settling for this? Why am I creating all these stories about this? Now, I want you to know that not all excuses are bad. There's good excuses. We look for good excuses. We go in and there's that wonderful dress that you got. Oh, that dress is a little bit more money than I want to spend. But you know what? If I don't buy groceries next month, then I'm really going to be financially ahead if I just buy this dress now. Because if I don't buy groceries next month, then I won't have any food to eat and I'll actually fit into that dress. I don't care. You get where we start to go to validate and to justify decisions, right? See, if you're going to create excuses, which you are, let's make them good. Isn't it the way it is when we decide we want to lose 20 pounds? Oh, I can't, I'm just addicted to chocolate, and, Christmas is coming, it's Thanksgiving, and then ding, 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 school reunion. I don't care if it is the biggest slab of chocolate you ever had. When I think about walking into that school reunion and there's Joey who dumped me in grade 9, I'm going to show him what he's missing. Right? We come up with a great story with a great validation. So the secret to being really successful is to really work on being able to come up with really good excuses. Because again, you spend all your time thinking, your brain is automatically in excuse mode. And are they going to be creating problems and roadblocks? Which is what's happened with some of your hopes and goals and dreams, is you've got to a point you've had the goal and the dream for so long, you've thought about it so much, it is so complicated to get there. It starts to overwhelm you and you start to shut down and you start to give up. That's why I like people that don't think much.